Alright, this is the review of my 2024 Mitsubishi Mirage ES hatchback. I did a review at 750 miles, but I think it's time to do another review. The reason why is it's at 4,500 miles right now. I just did the second oil change on it, and I want to show you, well, what's been going on. So, the car is holding up really well. Things to note though, the door panels, alright? They are not what you would consider super tough door panels, alright? So they get scratched up extremely easily. So, yeah, if you are worried about just getting scratched up, just remember, it's possible to fix it with a heat gun if you wanted. There's videos on YouTube of it, but I'm probably not going to bother. So, what I'm planning on doing is when these get scratched up, I'm going to be replacing the door panels and the seats with the SE seats because they just look a bit nicer. But, I mean, I'm not going to bother doing that until the seats get ripped up and till the door panels become absolutely rubbish. But that's probably going to be a long time because it's just minor little scratches. In terms of road trips, though, I have found the car to be really comfortable. Sort of. So, it doesn't really matter the car, but after about an hour and a half in any car, my back would get sore. After an hour and a half just sitting on a normal chair, my back would get sore. Though, in the house, I've noticed if I have a pillow here, it fixes my sore back. So I put this pillow in the car, and that did absolutely wonders, and I was perfectly fine after a 12-hour drive. I drove from Wildomar, California to Anza, California to Palm Desert, California to 29 Palms, California to, what is it called, Amboy, California, a abandoned ghost town. From there I went to Barstow, California, over the Cajon Pass, back to where I started. And I was perfectly fine after that drive, which is pretty good. And my dad did not have a seat, so he didn't have a pillow, and he was sore after the drive, okay? So I put the pillow in here, so the next time we go on a journey, maybe he won't get sore. I'll let you know in the next review, if I remember. Again, the smiley face is, well, the armrest, because there is no armrest in this car, unless you get the fully loaded version, which this is not. This is the base model. The engine in this car is the 1.2 liter 3-cylinder. It doesn't have a turbo, and it makes 78 horsepower and 74 pound-feet of torque. You might think that's tiny, and in terms of new cars, yes, it is tiny. Though, it still has enough power to get around, at least for me. I don't drive fast anyway, and I don't really stress the engine out at all. The only times I did was when I went up this hill, and it was in 29 Palms, California. It was literally going up a mountain, like straight up the side of it. And in that specific situation, I was at 40 miles an hour, and it was at 3,800 RPM with cruise control. I could go faster if I wanted, but I didn't want to, because I don't want to wreck the gas mileage. In terms of gas mileage on this car, I have averaged 46.8 miles per gallon over the last 4,500 miles. Yes, 46.8. That is really good. I did a 107-mile freeway drive yesterday, actually, and according to the pump, I got 66.5 miles per gallon. I didn't have the headlights on. These are the halogen headlights, so they use quite a bit of power. I didn't have the air conditioner on either, because that takes quite a bit of power up. But it wasn't hot either, so yeah. Either way, doing that, I got amazing fuel economy. As good, if not better, than our 2008 Toyota Prius. Now let me just hop into the seat real quickly here so you can see how many miles is on it, just so you know. Okay, that's how many miles per gallon I got today, 45.7. But no, I got 4,437 miles on it, so let's just say 4,444. If you're wondering what that noise was when I turned the ignition on, it's my phone camera, dash camera I'm using here. It's overheating, it's hot out here, but it's overheating, and it just makes that noise to say, I can't charge. That's not part of the review, but let me just give you an update on the dash camera. So this one, it sucks, okay? Yes, it works, but it sucks. So I've been using my phone as a dash camera. It's doing a good job. In terms of cup holders, I've found this car so far perfectly fine in terms of cup holders. You have 2 cup holders here, then you have a cup holder in the door for each door, and then you have a cup holder right here as well Well, okay, right here as well, I put this dollar center console in here. So, yeah, not much to talk about in terms of cup holders. It's, what, 2, 3, 4, it's got 5 cup holders. Also, if I go over and show you this, alright, so you can see it has 45 miles per gallon, but if I click on it, currently it's 69 degrees Fahrenheit outside, and when it gets below 37 degrees Fahrenheit, the car goes over and beeps at you, and turns on a snowflake that would be on the top right of that screen. I found that out yesterday when it was 37 degrees at night. Okay, click the button. I don't know what that is, but it's something. Oh, that's probably how many miles until it needs maintenance. I don't know what that is. That's how many miles is on the car. That's how many miles is on the car. That's how many miles is on the car, I think. That's how many miles is on the trip. No, that's not how many. I don't know what that is, actually. And then that is... Oop, I just turned the wipers on. And that's how many miles until empty, all right? 310 miles until empty. If I hold this button down, it goes to a thing called Trip B. And then I can go through here, and you might notice the gas mileage is different, 48.2. That is the gas mileage the car has said I've gotten since new. Now, if you unplug the battery, the 12-volt battery in the car, and plug it back in, that will be reset back to 0. But I've not unplugged the 12-volt battery since I got it. So the car says I got 48, though I only got 46.8. But I mean, still 46.8, that is pretty hard to beat in most situations, at least for a gas car. Even for hybrid standards, that's really impressive. The only thing I know that can actually beat this in terms of gas mileage for a new car would be something like a plug-in hybrid, because you can go, let's say, 40 miles, and then the engine turns on. But then after that, the gas mileage is about the same. But a plug-in hybrid, those are very nice. Either way, yeah, in terms of a review, there's not really much to talk about. If you want a more in-depth review, I recommend checking out my original video. Hi, how are you doing? No, in terms of a review, check out my original video. Yeah, trunk space, it's got plenty of room. In terms of the center, this thing, it has plenty of room. I am keeping all of the oil filter receipts and oil receipts. The reason why is because I don't want to void the warranty by changing the oil myself. So if I keep all the receipts, I should be good to go. Hopefully. Yeah. And in the manual, it tells you to change the oil every 3,750 miles, which seems a bit little, alright? Normally it says change it every 5,000 or every 7,500 miles. But this one says change it every 3,750. Or if you're driving, only freeway driving, and don't make frequent stops under 90 degrees Fahrenheit, you can go 7,500 miles. But I mean, I'm just taking it the safe way, and I'm just doing 3,750 because that seems right. And that is for synthetic oil. Either way, yeah, that's been my review so far. There's not really much to talk about. It's just been an excellent car. I found it comfortable, easy to drive, easy to park, easy to back up. I like the backup camera, but that's in all new cars, so I can't really talk about that all that much. It's just a backup camera. Oh, things to mention. I gotta mention this. It absolutely blew my mind. Okay, sure, it's probably in every single car at this point. But when you're using Android Auto and Apple CarPlay or whatever, if I press this button right here on the steering wheel, I can actually Google things. So I can press, it's not going to work, the car is not on and I don't have it all set up, but I can press the button and say, weather in New York City, and it will tell me the weather in New York City. Or route to Costco, and it will tell me how to get to Costco. You don't have to go through the screen. And if you have YouTube Music on your phone, you can plug it in to the USB port down here, and it has better connection than the radio. It has better connection than FM radio. With FM radio, if I'm going around mountains, it's going to go over and have static. It's just rather bad connection. But if I have YouTube Music working, it goes over, and if I don't have a playlist, it will just still play me music in a genre I want, like country, for example. It will play music in it, and it doesn't lose connection. Well, at least I haven't had it lose connection yet. So, yeah, I really recommend trying out YouTube Music. It is awesome. You can play whatever song you want. You press the button and say, play Hotel California, play Bang from AJR. Or if you want, you can say, like, play Bang from AJR violin, all right? And it would give you a violin cover of it. It is awesome. I'm sure I know that's in pretty much every new car, but it's just a feature I really like. Now, I can't really show you anything else about it, like visually. The reason why is if I plug my phone in, it stops the camera. I know that because I've tried, and it's quite annoying. I also need to say, if you ever need a dash camera, I recommend using your phone as one. It has came in handy. I almost got in a wreck yesterday, actually. I was turning left and then a Prius went into my lane and I almost drove off the road, so that was not ideal, but it is what it is. But you can see, it got caught on the camera. It's awesome. Though, do you see the airbag here? I'm wondering what happens if the airbag deploys, because camera right next to airbag. Airbag goes at like 98 miles an hour. So if airbag goes that way, does it go over and throw a phone at you at 98 miles an hour? I don't know. I don't want to find out. I want to put the phone up here, actually. I think I might do that today, actually. And just get rid of this old camera. It sucks. You suck, camera. It records at like 144p. Either way, yeah. Thanks for watching this review. This thing right here also, it's just a panel. It's falling off, but I mean, it clips in. I just haven't bothered trying to clip it in. Oh, there we go. Basically, I was trying to move the car in neutral because I wasn't sure how to park right in that situation, so I just was standing out of the car, pushing it in neutral to make sure I don't run into anything. And I went over and, yeah, tore that off. But it's fixed now. That's an airbag. I don't want to blow it up. Alright, thanks for watching the review, and have a good day.